Hey guys, how are we doing? Sorry I'm late. I started late today. I'm sorry about that. I finished work late today. I got stuck on the phone right up until the 11th hour, and then I had like a 10-minute note to write, so I'm kind of a bit behind right now. Is that working? Yes, it is. No forgiveness! What? Can I have a little bit of forgiveness, you know, as a treat? As a treat, please? I'm just a little guy. I'm God's littlest guy. Surely, just a treat. Go on. Go on. It's just a little bit of forgiveness. You'll give me a bit of forgiveness if I tried. If I can teach you how. Teach you how to Dougie. 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 Maybe not that, huh? Anyway, back to Spirit of Justice we go. We are on a short recess at the right turnabout. I hope you guys are having a good day. Mine has been mid. My day tomorrow should be better. So I've penciled out my streams for the week ahead, right? So let me just pull that up a minute. I'll tell you what we got coming. Yeah, so next week we've got 3 new games in the rotation. Like, I say rotation, they might just be one-shots. We'll see how we go with them. We're playing a demo called The Floor Above. We're playing the real face of a VTuber demo. So those are like the last 2 sort of like demos from Spooky Month. And then on Saturday the 1st of November, I'm going to be busting out Power Wash Sim 2 because we need to wipe away all the grime and gore somehow. I mean, Dead Space leaves a phenomenal mess. So yeah, that should be good. Should be good. I'll be getting all my like tweets and stuff scheduled tomorrow, but I need to be kind of judicious with my use of time tomorrow because I'm also on a date with my wife in the morning, so I'm looking forward to that quite significantly. Excuse me, we're going out for breakfast, so yeah, that should be nice, and then a bit of shopping. Yippee, capitalism! Yippee! Anyhow, let's catch that up. Right, okay, let's jump on in, shall we? Okay. We're back in here again, huh? So she was going to channel the High Priest, wasn't she? Or these nuts. Excuse me. Hey, Zach, how we doing, man? It's all good for me. How about for you? Hope you're having a good one. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah. Sorry, Maya, but this was the only way. You sure you're up for this? Thanks for believing in me, Nick. Even though I don't have my channeling abilities on point yet. Oh, right. Before she started training here, her success rate was only about 30%. I know you can do it, Maya. At least I hope she can. It's almost the weekend? Hell yeah. I look forward to it being the weekend. I just need to rest. I've got the week of my birthday off at least, so... Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that should be good. Like, week of my birthday off, and... I mean, I'll be honest, other than a bit of grass touching, I'm probably going to spend most of that time girl rotting. Can you blame me, though? My eye tracking doesn't seem quite on point. Give me a second. I'm just going to try and fix this. Hold on. That better? That looks a bit better. Yeah. Okay. So you sure you're ready? Yeah, at least I think so. You don't sound so confident. What about all your training? Training's one thing, actually doing it is another. Yeah, that's true. Like, you can train to twerk voraciously to the point all around you perish in tiny pieces as much as you want, but actually doing it in practice is pretty hard, you know? Like, looking at the eyes of your victims as you twerk them into oblivion. There's one mighty clap of your cheeks just disintegrating their corpses. Oh, I see. Uh-oh. If she fails to channel the High Priest, we're as good as dead. Relax, Nick. You can count on me. I'll show you what my training's done for me. This will be a moment you never forget. Okay. I just hope it's unforgettable in a good way. Once we hear Abbott and me's story, I'm sure the truth will come to light. I hope so, but he was hiding the fact he was a rebel, so I doubt it'll be as cut and dried as all that. They're ready for you. Please return to the Hall of Justice at once. Okay, Maya. I'm counting on you. You got it. Here we go. This case is nerve-wracking. It really is. You put your heart and other things into it, but no one else is feeling it. Yeah, I get that feeling sometimes. But, like, it's all good, you know. As long as you've got a passion for what you're doing, you know. As long as you've got the passion. And the caffeine. The caffeine is also important. I need to make sure I've got a lot of that tomorrow. Okay. Gotta make it fun. Yeah. We have received official approval for the accused to channel a spirit here today. Now, if you will, Miss Faye, please proceed. Yes, Your Majesty. Oh, here we go. Can't believe this. Only the Queen should channel spirits. Execute them. Put them to death right now. These people are savage. Come on, Maya. I'm counting on you. I've been studying here in Kurain for 2 years now, so that one day I'll be the master of Kurain, a village of spirit mediums back home. But first, I'll show you all the fruits of my training in your kingdom. Wow, she seems really confident. A neophyte practitioner such as you could not possibly channel a spirit. Okay, your benevolence. How about this? If I succeed, will you stop calling me a neophyte? Very well, if you succeed. They only have one TV show, they need entertainment. It's true. The only thing they've got is the Plume Punisher. But, like, I am working on my own version of the Plume Punisher, but there's a gap in between pun and isher. So I'm the plumed pun-isher. I make really bad puns to punish people, and I have a plume. You see, it's brilliant. Absolute genius. Oh, I will. Just you watch. Oh, spirit of trust in me, slumbering in the Twilight Realm, return now to the world of the living. Oh! Donk. Woo! A Toku show where it's all puns, you'd probably watch it. So oh my fucking god. Oh my goodness. Jojo. Oh my god. Hey Max, Maya Fey is currently channeling the spirit of the High Priest, so she can summon spirits into her body, which causes her body to become the person she's channeling, very briefly. So, this young lady here is currently channeling this old uncle here. Oh my god, that is hilarious. That is very funny. What is this place? Oh my! No! This cannot be! Paul Kunka! It's the High Priest. The accused really can channel spirits. I don't believe it. The accused spiritual power is the real deal. Go Maya. I do not understand. This cannot be. This simply cannot be. I must step out now before I forget myself. Oh my fucking god. I can't. He's too fabulous. He's just too fabulous. They sure enjoyed their hair flips. It's the way he flips it and then he's actually opened his eyes for the very first time. What with this luxurious mane of hair? Is it perhaps a gift from the Holy Mother for decades of faithful service? am it in me?
My, but if it isn't his majesty, have you too shuffled off that mortal coil?
Please do not count me among the dead. It is only yours passed on. But the spirit medium Maya has brought you back among us today.
What? Acolyte Faye has mastered the secret art of spirit channeling. I suppose that explains these gorgeous locks.
When I pass from this world, I too hope to be channeled with a full head of hair.
Though it be for the briefest of moments. I give thanks for this splendid coiffure.
I can't. I can't. Oh my good gravy. Okay, okay. We give thanks for fab hair. Amen. Honk.
Praise be to the Holy Mother. However, this kimono's a bit too snug for my taste, if you'd excuse me. There, that's better.
I think you probably want to cover up before you unchannel. This is a family-friendly channel. Do you know what the thing is? Like, he's ready to stretch. He's ready to stretch and, like, spit fire and teleport. There's no stopping this man. Could we get to his testimony now? And I wish he kept his top on.
What, you're that foreign lawyer that people speak of as late. And is this not the Hall of Justice? Why have I been summoned here?
Forgive us for calling you back from your eternal rest. But you have been accused of murder. Might we ask you to testify on your own behalf?
I've been accused of murder. That's troubling indeed.
Ah! What's with that crazy pose?
Is this really cause for such astonishment? Even the lowliest amongst can achieve such body control with the proper training.
Oh, I wonder if I'll be able to do that someday. Will the defense please explain the situation to the High Priest? I'd be happy to. Your disciple, Praise a Lot, has been murdered. It happened on the day before the purification rite. And the crime occurred in the rebel hideout hidden within the inner sanctum.
Acolyte Zealot, he's been killed. Who would do such a thing?
Someone who knew of the hideout and had access to the inner sanctum. In other words, you have it in me. After all, weren't you secretly a rebel? Oh dear. Is that Buff Maya? I'm not sure if it's Buff Maya or Sexy in me. I mean, there was no way that you could have warned me. Like, let's be honest, there was no way you could have adequately prepared me for this. Okay, maybe I'm gonna have just a quiet sip of my water. Okay. 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 That's still Maya's body. I hope he doesn't break anything. Are you seeing the future, Zach? Wow, the High Priest is amazing. To think he's had mastered such an advanced prayer pose.
Still worthy of our veneration if he's a rebel.
Praise be to Holy Mother. Maybe not, huh?
Oh my, have my rebel allegiances been exposed? Not even my wife knew of that. Seems to rest in peace is not my fate.
Why did you, a devout priest of Karaidism, join the rebellion?
Objection.
The High Priest has come back for us to us for but a brief time, Defense. Shall we not cut to the chase and ask the most pressing of questions? Alright. Abbot Inmee, the prosecution believes the one who slew both you and Acolyte Zalot to be Maya Fey, who has been playing the role of Lady Kira in the right.
Being that I was dead until just a moment ago, my memory's a bit hazy.
Could you please do your best to remember?
Objection!
The High Priest says his memory is hazy.
It's all coming back to me. It is as Prosecutor Sadmani concluded, I was slain by none other than my Fae.
The High Priest's statement has proven my assertions with regards to his murder correct. No! But what about Acolyte Zalot? You were the one who killed him, weren't you?
I know naught about my disciples' murder. Furthermore, I have an alibi of my own.
An alibi? Seriously?
It seems the testimony the defense had been hoping for is working against him.
Now, Abbot Inmee, your testimony, if you please.
Yeah, of course.
Maya's a bona fide killer. I mean, in this form, she's kind of a boner killer, but that's by the by, I guess, huh? Alright.
I have an ironclad alibi for the time during which the murder took place. Just past noon on the day before the riot, I was entertaining guests at my home. And I believe my guests can corroborate this.
Okay. You had guests. Just past noon. That's right about the time Zalot was murdered. Are you sure about that?
Absolutely.
Come to think of it, Rifer told me about a spirit's memory. A spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death. So even a spirit that's brought back after centuries doesn't get any gap in time between the moment of its death and the moment it is channeled. Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all of the memories it had in life. Okay, interesting. The High Priest seems to know exactly what he's talking about. So the question is, what would be the best angle of attack? Acute. Wait, no, obtuse. Fuck Simon. For a second, I missed like Catherine in Soma, and I just thought oh, okay, Simon Yowie. But no, I'm not so lucky, huh? I was hoping this was my lucky day, but whatever. Okay.
Hold it!
Hold it! You randomly got a bout of Simon hate. As soon as you mentioned Soma, feeling Simon hate is, like, based and reasonable. Like, do you remember when Vesper streamed Soma? And he got to a point where Simon was talking, he just says, "Shut up, Simon." Even he knew. You use the word alibi as if it were a second nature.
Are you perhaps mocking me? Or is it perhaps the kingdom of Kurumi itself you wish to ridicule?
Come on, everyone and their grandma knows what alibi means.
We're not a bunch of country bumpkins here. We have plenty of court and dramas on TV.
Peace, I say. Mr. Wright, would you care to clarify your last statement? Please, don't take it the wrong way. It's just alibi is a rather technical term for a priest to use so naturally.
I assure you I know how to use the term. In fact, I'd even hoped for a chance to do so one day. I suppose that even I, priest, am not immune to such trivial worldly attachments.
Even for someone with brain damage, I'm way smarter. Still, he seems unusually calm and composed. It's almost as if as if he'd prepped himself for something like this. Okay.
Hold it!
Okay. Who was with you? Guests. And you were entertaining them personally.
That all was. We gathered around the table for a most enjoyable conversation.
He said his guest could corroborate his alibi. That can't be good for our case. Are you sure that was the same day as the murder? Maybe you've misremembered.
Cool! Do not doubt my mnemonic faculties.
Mnemonic. Beautiful word. Oh, that was a plot point. Simon was brain scanned because he had brain damage from a car crash. I forgot that bit. I remember the brain scan. I just forgot why he had it. I mean, I thought it was just because he was a bit of a prick. Wait, no, he was brain scanned before the car crash. Like, the original Simon got brain damage in the car crash, but like the Simon we play is the memory of the Simon who got scanned initially, wasn't it? I need to replay Simon at some point. That game was mint. Like, now I've got a beef PC, like, it would probably look a lot better as well. I don't know if I'd be able to break it again, though. So, well, we'll see how we go with that.
I may have died, but my memories up to that point are crystal clear.
Sorry. He got in the car crash, then he got scanned? Oh, okay. It was treatment, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember now, I remember. It's been so long since I played Soma. Like, when was it? Was it like 2 or 3 years ago? And then OG Simon died of the brain hemorrhage. And there was much rejoicing, because there was one less Simon in the world. It's pretty thin skin for a priest. Though, I guess I should have known better than to doubt his memory. We've already seen this. Why are we flashing back to this same text? We don't need to hear it again. Shut the fuck up, Ryther. I don't need to hear that a second time.
Oh, there's nothing better than enjoying Gingil cuisine with dear friends. That way, everyone's breath becomes equally malodorous.
Right. Hold on. Hang on a minute. Let me check something real quick. Where is it? Okay, yeah, that may... Hang on. Some was 2 years ago. Understood. Understood. Hold on a minute. History. The murder was the day before the riot, so that checks out, actually. Okay. Well, I want to press Q.
Hold it!
Okay. And who exactly were you guessed that day? Don't tell me they were rebels so they can't be called in to testify.
It was none other than his Majesty, along with his family. He couldn't attend the riot due to work, so he stopped by at a time. My, how his daughter has grown.
Wait a second. Let me set the record straight right now. I am not a rebel. Thank you for that wonderful meal, Abbot Inmate. Lady Inmate's cooking simply cannot be beat. I'm never going to be able to get past that animation. I'm sorry. Soma had such a depressing ending. I mean, kind of. But at the same time, like, it wasn't all that depressing because, like, you know, humanity still kind of continued in virtual reality. And that means humanity became the Digimon, the digital monsters. Digimon are humanity. They change into digital champions to save the digital world. Some games suffer from going over the heads. Only some both goes under and underestimates people's intelligence at the same time. See, you can't underestimate my intelligence because I have none. So that works out well for everyone, right? When exactly was His Majesty at your home?
He was there from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Indeed, precisely the time period within which Akot's Delhut was slain.
Yes, and we had a rousing chat concerning the game of Catch Them All. Gotta catch them all. Pokemon. Hey, Loven, welcome in. How are you going? How are you going? Virtual reality can be destroyed by a simple magnet. I mean, I can think of worse ways to go, you know. But I'll just have that added to the testimony. After all, it was I who visited the high priest's home. Okay. That seems relevant.
I guess that day were his magistrate and his family. They visited from 2 to 3.
Okay. I probably need to press on this. (2 a.m. to 3 a.m. on May the 10th. So he has an alibi for why he couldn't have murdered Tarust, but Tarust was killed. No, he's Tarust. What the fuck am I doing? We need Zealot's autopsy report. Keep pressing? I'm going to. I'm just kind of going over my evidence to see if there's anything obvious. 12 through 3. Okay. So time of death 12 through 3. So there's still a 2-hour gap in which we don't have an alibi. So let's press.
Hold it!
Your Majesty, are you sure this testimony is completely accurate? As sure as sure could be. Oh, how wonderful it is to finally have my actions be admissible as evidence in court.
His magistrate was at my home during the exact time period of the murder. Come, let's put this behind us. I could not possibly commit this crime.
How can you be so sure? What if the clock or watch you were using was off, or you misread the time? There was a clock right near the table, and it had the exact same time as my watch.
Now do you understand, lawyer?
Okay.
As you can see, my alibi is airtight. Or do you still think I could have killed a Acolyte Zealot?
His Majesty's a witness. Are you satisfied now? There is not a single discrepancy in Abbot Inme's alibi. If I give up now, it's all over. Now, hold on a second. Is there something, anything wrong with the High Priest's testimony? I think there is. And I think we save. Because, you know, I like to do that. Okay. There is a discrepancy in the High Priest's testimony. There is? Well then, perhaps you could explain what it might be. This is what was wrong with his testimony. He knew the time of the crime. The prayer feast was short. I mean, he wouldn't have had access to the autopsy report, would he? Because he died. He died before the autopsy report was out. The prayer feast being short, I mean, it was, but at the same time, we already know that Maya had partaken of that same feast, as had Zealot. So they'd been there from like 12. So I think he knew the time of the crime. Let me try that one. After Abbot Imi was channeled, no one ever stated what time Acolyte Zealot was murdered. Now that you mention it. Despite that, you claim to have an alibi from 2 PM to 3 PM. That means you knew that Acolyte Zealot was dead when you were still alive. Wait, I think I saw something just now. No, I must be imagining things. So tell me, how did you know what time the crime had been committed?
About that.
That is incredibly creepy. This guy's animations are too much.
Open your heart, let the Holy Mother in.
Why, we've been blessed with the High Priest's sacred words of prayer.
All who serve her holiness must strive to banish worldly desires from their soul.
You'd love to see a lawyer react to these cases. You are! That's exactly what you're seeing right now. Yeah, that's the whole reason I picked up these games, because chat was like, oh, you do this shit for your day job. This is going to be well giggles. And I was like, all right. This is why you don't channel spirits. I don't channel spirits because I get drunk. I drink the spirits. And they're just like, no, please don't do that. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And they're like, no. And then I just drink them anyway.
Open your heart. Let the Holy Mother in. Purge your mind of greed and bias.
Yes. Yeah, that's my day job. I know, it's a surprise. You see the me that wields a giant banana at a convention and generally acts like a bit of a prat. And then the professional me is a completely different person. I feel as if my very soul has been cleansed. You can't fool me. And you can't fool owls. Prayer may banish worldly desires, but it can't make a contradiction disappear. Oh, SATORHA Deez nuts, you asshole. How can you be so sure? What's that supposed to mean? This lawyer seems to think little of the power of Kurani's prayer. Lawyer reacts to the B-movie. B-movie's alright. Like, it's decent, you know. Not anything that I'd watch, like, out of active choice, but if it's on TV, I won't turn it over, you know. Oh, shut the fuck up, Nayuta. Abatinmi was at home during the crime, but knew of what happened at the hideout. I believe this can be explained thusly. He must have had a way to monitor the hideout from his home. Wait. Hold on. A way to monitor the hideout from his home? A wife? Now he says 3/4 of the reasons why you dislike this game. What about the Clussy? What then? You know. Is this Japanese court or Chinese court? Neither. This is Tibetan court. Yeah, this is more like Tibetan court. Which the country is Kurine, but like it's got a very Tibetan aesthetic to it. So, yeah.
You never cease to amaze, prosecutor. As he has surmised, there was a listening device installed at the hideout. It enabled me to instantly learn of anything unusual even when I wasn't there.
Remember, the rebels had been using this as a top-secret hideout. It would be perfectly natural for them to install such an apparatus. Wait, come to think of it, when I was searching the rebel hideout... There's something under the banner. A microphone. What's this doing here? Was someone trying to record something with it? That was a listening device.
It starts recording whenever it detects movement. And I heard just such a recording after His Majesty and his family left. If you look in the desk in my study, you'll find the tape in question.
All right then. Bailiff!
Yes, Your Majesty.
Go retrieve the tape in question from the High Priest's home.
At once, Your Majesty.
The power of Kurani's prayer. Even a putrid brain such as yours should understand it now. It's like the contradiction really did vanish. We shall ascertain the content of the recording once we have the tape. In the meantime, I would ask Aberdeen to continue with his testimony. How about he test on these nuts?
Very well.
Alright. Let's nail him.
I was entertaining His Majesty and his family when the crime occurred. When I listened to the tape later, I heard a man and a woman quarrelling. It sounded like an altercation between Acolyte Zealot and Acolyte Faye. After that, there was a loud noise followed by haunting silence.
Okay. I have to find some way to attack his alibi. If only Maya were here. She has a way of putting me at ease. But seeing her like this is only creeping me out. Though the High Priest was a rebel, he was still a Kurainist holy man. Therefore, take care in your questioning lest you invoke the ire of our people. Are we gonna have to deal with... Are we gonna have to deal with, penalties for pressing now? Shit. As if this wasn't hard enough already. Nice try, but I'll stop at nothing to find the truth. Excuse me. Oh dear. You don't think so? Okay. You don't like the royal family or the rebels much? See, what we need, right, is no rebels and no royals. What we need is to be an autonomous collective, right? We need to be an anarcho something syndicate, right? We need to, you know, get down in the muck with our fellow peasants. You know, it's like, oh, some very nice muck there, Dennis. You know, how are these Monty Python and the Holy Grail jokes working? Hit, miss, let me know.
Hold it!
You were entertaining His Majesty and his family during the crime. Workers' Autonomous National Collective? Yippee! Yeah.
We will take the bourgeois, and we shall slather them up in mustard and bacon and mayonnaise and more mustard and ketchup and hot sauce and HP sauce and Worcester sauce, and then we shall devour them with chips.
Problem with collectivism is everyone must sincerely share the same objectives and values. I mean... Fuck's sake. Okay, you know what, Ari? You got me there. You got me. Like, I walked right into that one. I walked right into that one. Holy shit. I can't even be mad. Well played. You got me.
Indeed, my wife believed was treating him to a wonderful home cooking.
Your wife was there that day. Oh, hold on. What's happened there? Sorry, one of my stream monitors just died. There we go.
Why, yes, she was in the kitchen cooking up a storm the entire time.
Come to think of it, I don't think I saw her at all that day.
She takes her culinary duties more seriously, you see. That's why she was in the kitchen cooking without pause the entire day.
So, the judge never saw Miss Sidney. Should I have it in me add that statement to his testimony? Yes, because I think she might have done it. I think she might be the killer. I have a theory, right? And I don't know if this is going to go anywhere, but hear me out on this. The wife killed the acolyte, and then, I mean, the thing is, like, the Lady Kira kills him, right? So then who is the Lady Kira? That's the question, ain't it? Sorry, give me a second. What was that? Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Hold on, I just need to be right back. Hold on. Alright, okay. So I thought someone was trying to kick at the back door or something. It turns out it's just Diwali and there's fireworks going on. So yeah, that's all good.
As you wish. My wife believed was in the kitchen cooking the entire time.
Now, let me check my evidence. I'm not presenting yet. Okay. Pretty sure lawyers are at least petit bourgeois. I'm not petit bourgeois. I'm very working class. No, I'm not petit bourgeois at all. No. I'm just a little guy. I am the littlest guy. I'm such a small guy. Like, it's unbelievable how small of a guy I am. These are the things that you should understand. I'm God's smallest guy. Okay. We'll press on this.
Hold it.
Hold it! What was your wife making that day?
The menu that day featured hattin sapes and melting moat. They're both traditional Koreanese dishes.
I can't even begin to imagine what those are. Tell you watch Harvey Birdman? What the heck is Harvey Birdman? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Ah, yes. The exquisite zest of hearted sapes and the supreme texture of Meltington boat. No, I don't know Harvey Birdman, I'm afraid. I'm very sorry. No. I actually don't watch very much, like... this is probably the most legal media that I've consumed. Yeah. I've also never seen... I've never seen the Soul Call Ban. I've never seen the Soul Call Ban, I'm afraid. Wow, that one just rattled out of there. It's happening year old? I mean, when's Harvey Birdman from? It might just be after my time. Lady Inme's cooking that day was utterly unforgettable.
Thank you. It brings me great joy to know you enjoyed your meal. Now, once His Majesty and his family had left...
Okay.
Hold it.
Okay. 1967 to 2018. Really? Huh. I've genuinely never heard of it. Hold on. Oh, is it part of Space Ghost Coast to Coast? I know about Space Ghost Coast to Coast, but I just never really watched it. Because it always seemed just like too weird for me. Like I didn't enjoy Space Ghost Coast to Coast, so I never watched very much of it. Lunch is over, Zach. No worries, you have a good one, alright? And hopefully we'll see you over some Dead Space. We're gonna be cooking up some necromorphs. Yippee! Oh, you'll love to see it. Okay.
Indeed! Each night I would secretly check what the listening device had recorded. Would have been in serious trouble with my lovely wife if she discovered my secret.
Can you really tell what happened by the audio alone?
Long years of ascetic training have sharpened me hearing. It is but a simple matter for me to ascertain a situation by the sounds I hear.
You thought something strange about that place? Ah, yeah. You felt a sudden shift in the stream's energy. That was you. Hello, Ferocious. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, we are lawyer maxing again tonight. Yippee. You love to see it. Practicing Koreanism improves your hearing?
Hearing is but one of the senses it can improve. If one can focus and attain inner peace, all 5 senses can be sharpened. Why, the warbird over in the bazaar just cried. Did you not hear it?
Give me a break. Okay.
Hold it.
Hold on. Are you sure about those voices? Was it really Acolyte Zalot and Miss Faye? Stream's looking good. Yippee! You love to see it.
I'd say that was the most reasonable conclusion under the circumstances. Or perhaps Acolyte Faye had an alibi you can prove.
I'm afraid not.
Then I'll suggest you make like a mollusk and climb up. Now, I will continue my testimony if I may.
Isn't a clam a bivalve? Or is a bivalve just a type of mollusk? How many times till I can be flushed? I think I need 700 watch hours and like 15 subscribers. So, yeah. You'll never flush me, though. I can't be flushed. I'm God's smallest guy. Please understand this. I am the smallest guy. Like, I'm such a little guy. I'm like a 1-inch long sea slug. I'm a 1-inch long sea slug, you know? Very venomous, though. Watch out for my pointies. Point, 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 point. Okay.
Hold it!
Hold it! A loud noise. I'd say that's worth looking into.
It was a terrible crashing sound. Poor recollects a lot. It must have felt so heavy.
It must have been the sound of that stone slab falling over. Should I have add that statement to his testimony? Yes. Please add that statement to your testimony.
As you wish.
Smallest guy, yeah. A 1-inch sea slug when I'm streaming. And then, in the meat space, in real life, I'm 6'3". I'm 190 centimeters tall. Yeah. Okay. How does he know it felt heavy? You believe that terrible crash is connected to Acolyte Zalot's death?
Yeah, the sound, no doubt, was Paul Zlot's death knell. Such a tragedy, for he was a fine disciple. I would ask all here today to give a prayer for his departed soul. Zushire Matami Yoma.
Okay. You've still got 2 or 3 years to grow. I stopped growing when I was 13. I've been very tall ever since I was a 13-year-old kid. I had high hopes for that young man's future. Zushire Matami Yoma. Why do I feel like such a jerk for just trying to do my job right now? Mr. Wright, do you still feel the need to question the High Priest? His alibi is as tight can be. This isn't going so well. I'd better ask him about something else. I'm curious, Abbot in me. Did you stop by the rebel hideout after His Majesty left?
Yeah, I thought it'd be wise to assess the situation. But as I said before, there was nothing to see. The hideout appeared as it always had.
And the victim's body?
It was nowhere to be found. Acolyte Faye must have already disposed of it and anything else incriminating.
So when you saw the rebel hideout, it looked like it does in this photo?
Yeah, I would say that is how it appeared that day.
So the stone slab had been put back in place. Okay. What is it with giant lawyers and YouTubers? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, my height is not necessarily the most astonishing thing that you can learn about me. How about the fact that I can, with my legs, move over half a ton? Would that surprise you? Because I can. Yeah. My highest leg press is 550 kilograms, which is 1,212 pounds. Or 2 American burgers. Yeah. 2 American burgers. I could go for a burger right now, actually. Just like a massive motherfucker of calories. Delicious. Okay. Mr. Wright. Is it not time to concede defeat? No, wait. I just need a little more time. If you insist. You can only squat 100. Keep working at it. Keep working at it. I haven't been able to lift heavy for a while because of my back, but my maximum lifts were 180 kilogram on the squat, 250 on the deadlift, and then 550 on the leg press. I used to lift very heavy. I used to lift very heavy indeed. Okay. It must have felt so heavy. Let's save here. Okay. Now, what have I got? Because was that... Why is the Warbad... If the Warbad statue was exactly as he found it. Right. There's blood. Something is not right about this. What are we thinking, guys? It must have felt so heavy. But the autopsy report kind of contradicts that, doesn't it? I've saved. I'm going to try the autopsy report. I'm not confident in this one. If this isn't right, we're going to scum it. All right?
Objection!
It is inconsistent with that piece of evidence, but this is the thing that always gets me about Ace Attorney, is that you can have an inconsistent piece of evidence which actually disproves, like, it must have felt so heavy, but we have an autopsy report saying he was killed by the dagger, so how has he been killed by something feeling heavy? How do you know that? And the autopsy report proves that he knows something different to the autopsy report, so he knows something about the true method of death, but the game is like, no, you cannot use that. And it's like, if I presented that to a judge, if I was actually dealing with a case myself in court, they'd say, yeah, something fucky going on here. So, what's going on? Okay, I'm sure it's this statement, though. Maybe the Warbad statue. Its sharp protruding feathers took his life. So, I mean, we know that this is what's killed him, right? But the court don't. Because as far as the court know, he's been killed by the dagger, right? You got requisitioned to help an elderly lady with the computer issues. Ah. You're becoming her hero.
Objection!
So it's got nothing to do... It's got nothing to do with the fact that he knows that the heavy thing has killed the guy. I don't understand. Like, both of these pieces of evidence, if I presented those in an actual court, then it would cast a massive aspersion on the testimony being given. Right? I don't understand why those aren't working. This is what gets me about these games. It's like, they follow a very weird logic. As someone who works with this stuff day to day, they don't follow a logical thinking course that I can cotton onto easily. Yeah. What else have we got then? So it's nothing logical. So the game obviously wants me to throw out some bullshit, right? The game wants me to throw out something outlandish and stupid. See, as far as we know, we think he's been killed by the Warbard dagger. Is it the dagger that it wants me to play?
Objection!
It's not! Holy shit, man! Anything come to mind? Yeah, the fact he's saying this is so heavy. But, like, I don't understand what this fuck-ass game wants me to do! Come on. So it's got nothing to do with the fact that he knows that something heavy has killed the guy, despite the fact all the evidence that we've got to rely on in the court says differently. What? So, hang on. History. I mean, unless it wants me to go on, well, if this looks exactly the same, why is this stood up? That doesn't really make very much sense to me, but I'm running out of ideas here.
Objection!
Fucking hell. See, this is what gets me. I've presented 3 pieces of evidence which very clearly contradict what he's saying. And it just wants me to go for the photo, which is, like, not even close to sensible. Like, yeah, it does disprove something, but it's not the obvious thing. At all. Ah, you want a lawyer reacting to Ace Attorney? You got it. You've literally got it right now. That's sigh. Abbott in me, you said, and I quote, "Pause a lot. It must have felt so heavy." Why do you think he felt something heavy? You said the hideout looked like it did in this photo. If so, there's nothing that would lead you to believe he had experienced a heavy feeling. The fact is, of course, a stone slab did fall over onto Axolotl, impaling him on the warbard statue behind him. But that was only revealed through a Benevolence's divination seance earlier. Would the defense please get to the point? My point is, simply hearing a crashing sound shouldn't have automatically led him to conclude the victim was crushed to death. I still don't see your point. I'm saying that the High Priest knew. He knew that how the victim was really killed. Why? And that is information only the real killer could have known. Okay, I definitely saw it that time. I've got the High Priest's spirit shaking in his boots, so should I say sandals.
Objection.
Need I remind you, Abbot Inmee was with his magistrate at the time of the crime. Such an alibi precludes him from being the killer. That's true, so he can't be the killer. However, he knew how Zalot was killed, something only the killer could know. Can this discrepancy be resolved somehow? It's definitely the wife. Well, Mr. Wright, we're waiting for an explanation. I was just getting to that. Time to think of something quick. The High Priest knew something only the killer could have known because he heard it from the real culprit. Where I was stuck on the heavy feeling. Because it's like, the game was like, oh, poor Zealot, you know, it must have felt so heavy. Oh, you're an engineer, yippee, excellent, good shit, good shit. Yeah, the question about, oh, you know, it must have felt so heavy, I was like, why do you think something heavy killed him? He was killed by the dagger. Here's the autopsy report. Okay, here's the statue. Okay, here's the knife. No, none of these things, like, which have been said to kill him have, are right. You know, it's definitely, but, you know, they all kind of go against the idea of something heavy falling on him and killing him. Because the culprit, if he's trying to be, like, truthful, which I know he's not, you know, it's like, well, you know, why are you trying to suggest that he's been killed by something heavy? Only the real killer would know that. Excellent news. I'm drafted into the service of the Empire to destroy the standing governments of Earth. Okay. Wait, which Empire? Which Empire? Tell me which Empire, post-haste. Immediately. I'm gonna save here, because I don't trust. He heard it from the real culprit. Oh! He must have heard how the victim died from the real killer.
The real killer?
Of course, that makes perfect sense. I don't want to believe it, but this is the only possible explanation. So tell us, who is this real killer? It's got to be someone close to the High Priest. Someone without an alibi. The person most likely to be Zalot's killer is... It's definitely I'll be your guide. Wait. No. Wait, hang on. What the fuck? How is Arabal older than this guy? What the fuck? How is he 46 and he's 42? Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Anyway, it's definitely Albie. Sorry, mate. Imagine. I think it was the wife. Monkeying around ages you. I mean, it's aged her quite a lot. I thought she was fucking 50 or some shit.
Take that!
Your Majesty, while you were visiting the High Priest's home, you didn't see Mrs. Inmee at all, did you? No, I never saw her, but What does that have to do with anything? Did the High Priest ever leave your sight? No, we were talking the entire time, and the food was brought right to the room's entryway. So the High Priest has an ironclad alibi. But his wife does not. What the devil are you insinuating? I'm insinuating that Mrs. Inmy might have killed Acolyte Zalot. Uh-oh. Well.
Objection.
You have a lot of nerve making such a baseless allegation. She had no motive to kill Acolyte Zalot. He was like family to her. No. We can't entirely discount the idea. Especially if you consider that Mrs. Inmy could have been the one posing as Lady Kira.
Objection.
Even a fool must temper his foolishness at times. Oh, shut the fuck up. Wait, you're not Francisca. Sus. Imposter. Imposter. I saw him vent. Or do you truly believe Lady Kira would kill Acolyte Zalot though he was not a rebel?
Objection.
As we all know, the High Priest was secretly a rebel. It would follow that his favourite disciple could be a rebel too. Are you suggesting that Mrs. Inby killed her husband as well? As sad as it is to think she'd kill her own husband to rid the kingdom of rebels, I don't think we can rule it out. What? Yikes!
You claim my wife is that rebel-hunting Lady Kira, and that she slew both Zalot and myself. My lovely wife! That is utterly impossible.
Okay. I didn't realise he was going to have his own voice line. I've never seen the High Priest so angry. It is as Abbot Inmy stated. And the accused has already been found guilty of his murder. It is far too late to overturn it. That's right, Mr. Wright. Now apologise to the good priest before he gets angry again. Quickly now. No, I'm not going to apologise. The true identity of Lady Kira is a major piece of this trial's puzzle. Admit it, Abbot Inmy. Your wife, Lady Inmy, killed you. Yet even now you continue to lie in an effort to protect her.
How absurd. It appears the lawyer has forgotten. My lovely wife could not possibly battle the rebels in the guise of Lady Kira. For we were blessed by her holiness and she is with child. Praise be to Holy Mother.
Oh, I completely forgot.
The abominable Lady Kira figure who slew me and Acolyte Zealot was the accused.
This is bad, but I can't give up now. Don't forget, my client doesn't have the strength to fight rebels either. How could a weak young woman like her possibly... Spirit channeling? Can you just, like, not, man? Can you just, like, give it a rest for 5 minutes? Please. You foolish oaf of a lawyer. If only you were as blessed as Lady Inmy. What? Surely the accused possesses the strength, or should I say, the power. The power to battle those black-hearted rebels. You think I'll love the Clussy case? I did it all for the Clussy. Yo, the Clussy. Yo, so you can take that Clussy and stick it up your rear. Stick it up your rear. Hi.
My good prosecutor, I see you've come to the same conclusion as I. Such keen insight.
Then you have figured it out as well, Abbot Inmy. Limp Biscuit, yeah. Oh god, hang on. That was a 3-passer. Holy shit, man. No ninja techniques in the court. Look, they keep on trying to do Tribane. Hold on, I need to get a picture of this. I'm going to put this on Twitter, just so you guys can see, like, what my Stream Deck is set to. Hang on, give me a moment. Because, like, this is kind of funny. There we go. I need to rejig my binds and all that, but, yeah. May I ask you to explain it to this putrid-brained lawyer?
Certainly, for I cannot allow him to frame my lovely wife for murder. Foreign devil!
He's called me a baka gaijin, you asshole.
Your Majesty, allow me to testify as to how my affairs that murderous Lady Kira.
Well, if it was assuage your anger, then by all means, please testify. Do you think the judge is going to do jazz hands?
Testify, testify, come on up and testify.
I can like fate channeled Lady Kira's spirit. She is a spirit medium who knows Lady Kira's true name, so she could have done it. So it was the real Lady Kira who returned to root out the rebels among us. She attacked and killed me with a strength far beyond any mortal woman.
Okay. But do you understand now? Murder by spirit channeling explains everything. Among Us. This is the only way the accused could have defeated one rebel after another.
Indeed, I am a living, or shall I say, dead proof of her terrible power.
Ah! Maya's ability to channel spirits has come back to haunt her. Now, is it not time to let it go and move on, Defense? No, never. I'll never give up. I'll never let down. I'll never run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna eat some pie. Never gonna make some gravy and chips. Actually, I might do those last two things. Now, think. How could I prove that Maya couldn't have channeled Lady Kira? Think, Shinsu, think. I'm gonna check my evidence real quick. Hold on. Lady Kira's true name. Okay.
Hold it!
Hold it! My client channeled Lady Kira. Isn't that a little far-fetched?
Far-fetched, you say? Fetched far, far. Why, the very fact I may prove she has the power to channel spirits.
But you've no proof she actually channeled Lady Kira.
Oh, but I do.
Do you now?
Hold it!
Okay. While it's true she may be capable of channeling Lady Kira, I doubt there's any proof she actually did.
We are talking about the infamous rebel hunter here. That mundane Lady Kira has captured many a rebel all by herself, and among them have been more than a few great warriors. Oh, but the real Lady Kira could have accomplished such a feat.
It would be difficult for a mere mortal. That leaves the real Lady Kira of Legend as the only likely answer.
Indeed! Is this not proof enough that the real Lady Kira of Legend has been channeled?
The real Lady Kira of Legend? That's an oxymoron if I ever heard one. And then again, the people of Kurumi believe legends to be true. I believe a legend to be true, guys. The legend that I believe to be true is the legend of Zelda, right? Because Zelda goes out there with his sword, and Zelda is like, kya, kya, and then Zelda kills some chickens, gets pecked to death. And Princess Link is just like, oh no, Ganondorf, you're going to bang me again, aren't you? It's like, yes, many babies! That is my understanding of the Zelda series anyway. So, I saw something just then. I'm just going to check this, right? Where's that photo? Legend of Salmonella. Hell yeah. Oh, we don't get a picture of the Lady Kira then. Why is YouTube changing names? I don't know. I have no idea, genuinely. It's being weird, isn't it? Welcome in, by the way, Kaban. How you doing?
Hold it!
Hold it! You have the manual for the original Legend of Zelda in your desk? Nice! Good shit. Good shit. That's ancient, that. That's like 1985, is it? Something like that? Lady Kira's an actual person? Do you really believe there ever was a woman that powerful? One capable of battling rebels much bigger and stronger than herself?
There is no way to prove that. But to doubt the existence of Lady Kira is to doubt Kurainism itself. It is not for us to question. We must simply believe.
Yeah, how dare you doubt our legends?
You'll regret saying that, you Paul Coonan. Lady Kira's going to strike you down.
Okay. I won't get anywhere until I can refute their claims with some evidence. Okay. Okay.
Hold it!
A strength far beyond any mortal woman. And just how strong would that be?
You need but look at the wound she inflicted upon my body. Though I'd hope to never have to think about that again.
Your wound? It was pretty deep and there was a tremendous amount of blood.
And while Lancelot was rather small in stature, he was strong. Nevertheless, he was no match for the sheer strength of Lady Kira.
Maya's spirit channeling is proof that she's Lady Kira. This ain't good. I'll have to prove she didn't channel the original Lady Kira. Okay. 1987. Okay. We have to prove it wasn't the real Lady Kira. Okay. Okay. That's the seal of Kira, isn't it? The mark matches, I think? It's like squiggly, then dagger. Yeah, the mark matches. Okay. Do you remember what you need to channel someone? You need their true name. You need their true name. But the thing is, like, you need their actual true name. But Maya was given the Tome of Secrets, which contains Lady Kira's true name. You need something else. You do? Hold on. You need to know their true name. What's the other thing you need? Remind me. I don't remember the other thing. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Okay. Ooh, pungent. Their face. Ah. I kind of feel like we need to present the Tome of Secrets here, then. I'm just thinking, like, whose spirit channel... Hang on. Hold on. Which characters have been channeled and by who? I'm curious. So I think it might be this statement. And I think it's the Tome of Secrets.
Objection!
Aha! The Tome of Secrets is only given to the priestess who performs the purification rite. Is this your proof that my client could have channeled Lady Kira?
Yes, indeed. For it contains the true name of Lady Kira, a secret only revealed within.
Abba in me. I'm afraid you're mistaken. This couldn't have been used to channel Lady Kira.
What nonsense!
Mr. Wright, would you care to explain? This is why my client couldn't have channeled Lady Kira. Feet. No, it's not the feet. It's the face.
Take that!
Lady Kira's face is hidden behind a mask in the Tome of Secrets. You need both a name and a face to channel the spirit.
Can't be!
Without a face, it would have been impossible for my client to channel Lady Kira. Sorry, Your Honor, I got distracted by feet. Oh my! Therefore, the claim that she became Lady Kira by means of spirit channeling is patently false. Gah! And with Lady Kira out of the equation, my client had no motive to commit murder. But then, who is the rebel hunting Lady Kira we've been reading about in the paper? Yes, who is this other suspect, if indeed there is one at all? Let us hear the defense's brilliant deduction. Think. The true identity of Lady Kira is key to solving both murders. I thought Mrs. Imby was suspicious, but her pregnancy takes her out the running. And Mr. Arabal is a rebel, so that doesn't make sense. That leaves us with... Mr. Wright, you have that look again. The one where you know you have to say something, but you can't figure out what it is. This is my chance to really turn up the heat. I'll just have to stir the pot till something floats to the top. Your Majesty, I know who's been posing as the rebel hunting Lady Kira. You do? Are you sure about that? Yeah, completely. Honest. I sense that I may regret this, but please go on and explain. Thank you, Your Majesty. It was me, sorry. Yeah. This is the person who's been posing as the rebel hunting Lady Kira. Imagine. That would be pretty funny. But no, I think it's this guy. Right. Let me tell you why I think it's this guy. Right? Because why else would he be in a rebel hideout? Right? I don't think he is a rebel. I think he's gotten wind of the fact that his mentor is a rebel. He's gone to confront, and he's been silenced for it.
Take that!
The true identity of the rebel hunting Lady Kira we seek is... Praise a lot. What's this? The High Priest murdered disciples Lady Kira, you say? Peace! I say peace! The defense will continue. Yes, Your Majesty. I whittled down the list of suspects until there was only one left. Shut the fuck up, Naita. But a process of elimination is not the same as solid evidence. I assume you have evidence to back up your claim. Yeah, of course. I will have some in a moment, that is. At least I hope so. Maya wasn't Lady Kira, and neither was Mrs. Immy or any of the other possibilities. That leaves a lot, and I have the evidence to prove it. The evidence that proves Acolyte Zalot was posing as Lady Kira is this. Oh. The warning? Maybe? Only someone capable of entering the priest's home could have delivered it. I think it's this. Let's go.
Take that!
Yeah! This is what proves that Acolyte Zalot was Lady Kira. Lady Kira's warning letter. How absurd. What could that possibly prove? Prosecutor Sadmadi. You stated this warning letter proved that my client was Lady Kira, and the reason you gave was that the High Priest's house was locked tight. But there was another member of the family who lived there. Ah. Therefore, Acolyte Zalot could have delivered the warning anytime he wanted. What's he talking about? That's just not possible. I can't. Excuse me. His animations are so silly. I tell you what. Hang on. I'm gonna edit a clip of this later. Do you know why? Because you know what this guy reminds me of? You know, Masakani's Fukukitaru from Musume. She pondering her orb. Like, he's doing the same hand movement that she does. That's hilarious. Are you saying Lady Kira was not the culprit, but rather the victim? That's exactly what I'm saying. But that would overturn the entire premise of this case. This trial is proceeding on the assumption Lady Kira is behind the serial killings. But if Lady Kira is one of the victims, who was the killer and what was their motive? The only suspect left is Mrs. Inme, and there's only one possible motive. What if Mrs. Inme is a rebel? What?
Fiend, you're still bent on casting suspicion upon my lovely wife. Blasphemer! You have no evidence of this. Repent for the mistrust in your soul.
Objection!
Well, you have no evidence either. After all, the dagger with my client's prints on it wasn't what killed Acolyte Zalot. And the Plume Punisher theme that he heard could have been an alarm clock. That means all of the evidence linking her to the crime has been called into question. Was Lady Inme a rebel, and did she pose as Lady Kira to kill Acolyte Zalot? Or was Acolyte Zalot a rebel, and was the accused the Lady Kira who killed him? I would say either scenario is just as likely. What are we to do now?
The alarm clock, you say? Do you mean the one in the rebel hideout?
Yeah, but what of it?
So that's it.
What's gotten into him?
Ha 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 ha! Abbott Inme, just what is so comical? Forgive me outburst. That has simply tickled me funny bone.
What did?
The theme song came from the Plume Punisher clock, you see. That alarm could not possibly have gone off.
What makes you say that? The clock was working just fine last time I checked.
Try using your head for a change. Would not the existence of a secret hideout be given away if an alarm kept going off?
Wait, you don't mean?
Indeed. We leave the alarm switched off at all times.
No!
Ah, shit.
Sweaty old man. Yes, sweaty unk.
In that case,
I'm sad to say the defence's claim doesn't hold water.
would you care to respond, Mr. Wright? Maybe? This can't be happening. Not now. This should put an end to the lawyer's futile struggles. The theme song the victim heard was from the accused's strap, just as we suspected. Therefore, the accused is the rebel-hunting Lady Kira, and the victim's killer. I need an opening. Something I can raise an objection to.
That Plume Punisher theme song I collects a lot in his final moments. I too heard it by way of the listening device.
But did you really? If you had heard it, why didn't you testify to that fact before?
It's not obvious. I didn't know such a tune could become a key matter of dispute.
Yes, the matter of the theme song came up before Abbott and me was channeled. Oh, right. Well then. What if he's lying about the clock's alarm being switched off?
Miserable wretch. That would be a pointless lie, one easily disproven.
If you check the clock, you will see that the alarm is in fact switched off. Come to think of it. What a fine item. And this switch, if I'm right. We set the switch back into the off position before we left.
I remember hearing it clearly. Those distinctive taiko drums in the intro were etched in my mind. There went... Daka don don don, don 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 don.
Shit. Hold on. Okay. Interesting. Distinctive taiko drums in the intro. This trial has gone on far too long. Should we move ahead to the verdict phase now? By all means, and let us also return Abatimi's spirit to the Twilight Realm.
Before I go, let me say a word to my darling wife.
Objection!
Now hold on just a minute. Your Majesty. Yes? The High Priest's statement is inconsistent with a certain piece of evidence. It is.
Still, you're writhed in defiance of your fate. The very sight reminds me of a tortured soul writhing in flames.
You won't be saying that once I show you the evidence. Now, all I have to do is pick the right one. This piece of evidence is inconsistent with that statement about the taiko drum intro. Hold on. It's different. Hey Andy, how you doing, man? Listen. It's so he says the drums go daka don 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 don. Listen to this. Dun, 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 dun. It's a gallop. It's not even close to daka don don don. Where's the alarm clock at? Doesn't play. I'm going to save, and then I'm going to play the strat because the rhythm is wrong. The rhythm is wrong. Incidentally, if you want to ask me what my favourite rhythm is, it would be... Now, can any of you guys name that song? Can any of you guys name that song? You get brownie points if you get it right. I'll be impressed if you can do, actually. I can play that song on my bass guitar. It's a very hard song to play because it's just extremely fast picking. Like, the fretting is very easy, but the picking is just, like, relentless. But yeah, I've got a very fast picking hand for some reason. Don't understand why. Present it.
Take that!
This is what's inconsistent with this statement. My client's Plume Punisher strat.
What does that have to do with anything?
It plays the Plume Punisher theme song. And here it is. The theme to the Plume Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. Dun, 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 dun. I think it's the taiko drums it's actually going for. Instead of being like Daka Don Don Don, it's like dun 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 dun. Sorry, I got carried away there. You see what I mean? The music the victim heard in his final moments might not have been the Plume Punisher theme song. I'm afraid I'm not following you. What was it if not the Plume Punisher theme? In his final moments, Acolyte Zealot heard the Steel Samurai theme. I don't remember how the Dance of Devotion goes. Do we have anything with the Transformers theme? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Didn't it mention Steel Samurai in the evidence? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Hold on. Do we have anything with the Steel Samurai? I don't think we do. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticon. Transformers, I live in your eyes. Wait, that's not how it goes. That's not how it goes at all. God damn it. I don't think we do have anything with the Steel Samurai theme. Do we? Because Maya traded something. Didn't she? You think I might? Really? Are you sure? I don't think I do. Are you sure? She's got a wristwatch with it. I mean, she's got a wristwatch with the Steel Samurai theme. So, yeah, okay. Okay. There are no taiko drums in the intro of the Plume Punisher theme. So what Acolyte Zealot actually heard in his final moments was the theme of the Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Oldie Tokyo. Uh-oh. We didn't have anything in the actual evidence directly. It was in the photo. So it was kind of indirect evidence, I suppose. Peace! Peace, I say! Peace, Mr. Wright! What is the Steel Samurai of which you speak? The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Oldie Tokyo, is an action hero show from America. The Plume Punisher theme is a total, it's very similar to it. If you didn't know about the Steel Samurai, you could easily mistake the two. I can't stop myself!
But the fact that Acolyte Zealot heard music from an American action hero show is irrefutable evidence that the accused was in the secret hideout.
He almost caused an international incident again. Actually, no. You have it backwards.
Backwards?
That's right. Miss Faye met an avid Plume Punisher fan here in Kurain. And as a token of their friendship, she traded a certain Steel Samurai item she had for a Plume Punisher strap. And this avid Plume Punisher fan was the one who killed Acolyte Zealot? Yeah. And that avid fan is none other than the High Priest's wife. Believe in me.
Objection.
Do you have evidence to back up this claim, Mr. Wright? For as forgiving as the Holy Mother is, I doubt she would tolerate yet another dose of your baseless slander. What? He's supposed to see the karmic strands of a trial, but he doesn't see me presenting as evidence 2 seconds later. Oh, it's the photograph. It's the photograph. Oh, I'm prepared to turn this entire case upside down, that is. I'm prepared to save my game. Oh, baby, I'm gonna save my game. Ooh. You guys get to listen to my dulcet singing. You love to see it. This is my last chance. I better take a deep breath and review the evidence. Very well then. Please present your evidence, if you would, defense. The evidence that proves Mrs. Imrie was the one who killed Acolytes a lot is this. It's the picture. Have I ever faced a punchable prosecutor? I've told this story before, so I don't mind telling it again. Not a prosecutor, but a punchable opponent. Yes. What they did, basically, I work in claimant law, so I represent the claimant, and it's claimant versus defendant, right? So I submitted my client's claim, and the defendant came back, and they made an offer. We rejected it. We said, okay, we're going to get this to stage 3 and have the court assess this. The defendant then turned around and said, you guys have changed your offer on the stage 3 document. And I was like, no. Here's our documents to prove that I've maintained my offer throughout this whole thing. And you've actually changed your figure. And I asked them, why have you done that? And they came back and said, no, you've changed your figure. And if you take this to stage 3, we're going to ask the court to strike you out for misusing the process. And I went back and said, I'm going to give you 7 days to come back to me with a reasonable offer. If you don't, I will immediately proceed to request that the court assess things. And I will provide them all of our stage 2 negotiation documents and the stage 3 negotiation documents and every piece of communication where you have fraudulently alleged that I've amended my figures when they've been consistent throughout. And they tried to call my bluff on that. They got fucking destroyed. They got absolutely demolished. Not only did we win, the judge ordered their case handler to be summoned to court to explain themselves. I would not have wanted to be that guy that day. Holy shit, man. Holy fucking shit. Like, the last thing you want is to be summoned in front of a judge when you are, like, basically being called in for wrongdoing. Delicious. Anyway, it's the photo. Trying to con a lawyer is stupid, but when you're already a lawyer, what you're trying to accomplish, I don't know what the fuck this guy was trying to do. Like, I try to be charitable and think he was probably just stupid, but at the same time, like, holy shit, man. You know, there's trying to pull one up on me, but then there's trying to pull one up on me in a way that I can not only easily disprove, but that I can disprove multiple times over. And that's the thing. Normally, you send a case to get assessed at court in the process I work in, and it's just a case of, well, we'll send the documents on, and we'll send these documents, and that's it. I sent probably a good, like, 4 or 5 documents more than I perhaps needed to, but I also included a letter saying, can the judge please read this before they do their assessment? And it basically broke down the timeline of events exactly, and I think that's what broke the camel's back. I've never seen a defendant get destroyed that hard before. It was beautiful. Chef kiss, 10 out of 10. Anyway, it's the photo.
Take that!
It's right here in this family photo. Proof that Mrs. Imrie and Miss Faye traded items featuring their favourite characters. A family photo. And what exactly should we be looking at here? The proof that they exchanged items featuring their favourite characters is right here.
Take that!
Look at Mrs. Imrie's left wrist. You can see the Steel Samurai's trademark top knot right there. Which clearly makes this a Steel Samurai watch. Oh! Why, I never knew your wife had such hobbies, haven't me?
My wife's a fucking weeb.
This family photo was taken right before Acolyte Zalot was murdered. By that point, my client had the Punisher strap and Mrs. Imrie had the Samurai watch. So what the victim heard in his final moments was none other than the sound of the watch Mrs. Imby was wearing.
Wish to amend my testimony. What I thought were taco drops was something else. My wife never had such a watch. It's the truth, I tell you. You must believe me, Your Majesty.
SATORHA Deez nuts. Be not deceived by the defense's loyally chicanery. Now what? He's been pretty quiet up to this point. What does he have up his sleeve? There is a big gaping hole in his flimsy claim. A big gaping hole? I don't think so. Edgeworth's in America. He can't give Phoenix any gape. You hate his theme. It's not very good, is it? It's kind of boring. We traded Blackwell for this? Yeah, I know. Oh, man. You remember, I still have the silence speech bubble on Discord, and it is still set to yes, daddy. You came back to hear gape. Well, would it please you to know that in Warhammer 40k, there are demons called the Great Unclean One, and my headcanon is they are the Gape Unclean Ones. Yippee! I need the Blackwell plushie next week. Excellent. Where is he? Hold on. We can probably get him out now. Here he is. Way!
Hello, I'm Phoenix Wright. Except I'm good now. Look at me. I'm Phoenix Wright. Duh, 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 duh.
Okay. I promise I'm sane and hinged. Oh no, I'm afraid it is there, alright. Just like the big gaping holes in your putrid brain. My brain is neither putrid nor full of holes. I'm not a zombie after all. Huh, says the dead lawyer walking. Clip that. What? No! Don't clip that! How could you do that to me? I'm God's littlest guy. Excuse me. He who has narrow vision focuses on what is before him, never seeing the big picture. Or as they say in your country, you cannot see the forest for the trees. For if it is as you said, and Lady Inmi the rebel slew Acolyte Zalot the rebel hunting Lady Kira, then the rebel hunter would have been dead before the high priest was slain. Ah, that means the high priest could not have been slain by the rebel hunting Lady Kira. How could I have missed that? So tell me, who are you going to say killed the high priest now? No! Uh-oh, Spadudio.
Uh-oh, Spadudio.
Do you finally understand the sheer size of the holes that riddle your putrid brain? I'm in hot water now. I don't have any other suspects in the high priest murder. You mindless zombie. You should have begun your journey into the Twilight Realm long ago. Now let it go and move on. No, I will never give up. I'll never let down. I'll never run around and... Wait, I've made this joke already once tonight. Okay, moving on. I just need to think things through and figure out who really killed the high priest. We're going to do the line thing. Brain lines! Okay. If Acolyte Zalot had been Lady Kira, he couldn't have killed the high priest. So the question is, who did? Maybe I can get to the bottom of this by reviewing the events of the case in order. What evidence could tell me something about the crime scene before the murder? Which of the two? Maya's statement. The spring walls was already stained red. The spring walls was stained red before the rite. Oh, right. Maya said the spring had been stained red before the rite even began. The spring was already red before the High Priest's murder because of Zealot's blood. Okay. That's right. Zealot had been killed in the rebel hideout the day before the rite, and his blood had flowed into the spring. Wait a second. The High Priest knew that Zealot had been killed in the hideout. So why didn't he report it to the authorities? Why indeed? If Maya had been the killer, he could have easily had her arrested on the spot. He's protecting his wife. Why didn't the High Priest inform the authorities right then? Keep the hideout hidden. Okay. If he reported Zalot's murder, the authorities would find out about the hideout. That's what he was worried about. But by going through the right, the High Priest risks having Maya see the spring running red with blood. Why did he have to go through with the right? Did he want to kill Maya, set up the scene during it? I think it's this one. Okay, doing good, doing good. He wanted to set up the crime scene to conceal the hideout. But how is he planning on concealing the source of the blood in the spring? He used his own blood. Wait, hang on. His wife killed the acolyte. But then has he had his wife kill him to cover up the secret of the hideout? Ah! He concealed the source of blood with his own. That's how he kept the rebel hideout a secret. It's all starting to fall into place. I know who killed the High Priest. It was... I can't believe it. The High Priest took his own life to keep the rebel hideout a secret. Release the Trust files. No, we're gonna go to Temple, and we're gonna tear down. Like the temple inside Temple. We're gonna replace it with a merry-go-round, and it's gonna be the bigliest merry-go-round, like huge, really bigly, great. It's gonna be paid for by 9 billion tariffs. Just the best, just the best. The High Priest wasn't murdered by anyone. He took his own life to keep the rebel hideout a secret. What? What's this? The High Priest committed suicide. I've never heard anything more absurd. The lawyer has placed a stain on the good priest's death with his putrid brain. Its putrid gaping holes are as large as the holes in his logic. What hole? We're building a secret rebel base inside the White House as we speak. You know what? I'm just impressed, you know. The only two things that have ever destroyed the White House have been the UK and a What's-It. The UK, way back when, and a What's-It. Incredible. You still fail to understand. You truly cannot see the forest for the trees. You claim the High Priest took his own life. But have you considered who brought the dagger to the Plaza of Devotion? Ah. After the High Priest was killed, the dagger was thrust into Acolyte Zalot's dead body. Only the accused Maya Fey could have done that. It is as Prosecutor Sadbani says. Your claim is rather porous in its logic, and your evidence is too weak. You cannot prove that the High Priest took his own life to conceal the rebel hideout. Canada under the colour of the British Crown? Canada belonging to us, you mean. Canada where it belongs. Oh, Canada, pay taxes to England. Ugh. Right. The dagger was impaled in Zalot's body, but his body had been placed at the plaza the previous day. Well, Mr. Wright, would you care to respond? Zalot's body was already in the plaza the day before the rite, but what if the dagger was also already in him at that time? You'll support independent Canada. I mean, to be fair, yeah, independent Canada's alright. Like, Canada is like neat. Canadians are fine. I got no beef with Canada. Like, I'm purely memeing there. I need to make a pilgrimage to Canada someday, actually. I need to go to New Brunswick. I need to go to the Sabian Symbol Factory. It was moved by Maya. It was moved by Tarust's soul. Tarust died by a different weapon. Maya's fingerprints are on it, but I don't think she moved it. Of course, that's it. What is it? It's 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 it. What is it? You want it all, but you can't have it. Excuse me. If any of you guys actually recognize that song, then well fucking done. There was no need to move the dagger. It had already been stabbed into Acolyte Salot's body the day before the rite. What? So that means... What does that mean? It means the dagger wasn't the weapon that took the High Priest's life. But no weapon was ever found at the Inner Sanctum. If you will not listen to reason, then I insist you prove your assertion. Show us what you believe the real murder weapon to be. The real weapon? I've got nothing, but I know there had to have been a weapon there. Maybe if I think back on the trial thus far, I'll spot the clue I need. Well, would the defense care to tell us what the real murder weapon is? This is what really killed the High Priest. I think it's a statue. Hear me out on this, right? You could quite easily drape... you could quite easily drape Lady Kira's robes over the top of that thing. It's the only other sharp instrument we've got. And if you look at where the priest's injury is, right? Look at his height and look at where the injury is. He could quite easily have flung himself onto the bird. You know? You recognise it, you don't know the name? It's called Epic. It's by Faith No More. Pretty good song. Pretty good song. I think it's this.
Take that!
It's not the statue. Oh wait, no, I presented the photograph. I didn't present the fucking statue. I presented the fucking photograph. God damn it, I'm stupid. It looked like he rushed the killer. Yeah. It's this.
Take that!
Yeah, I presented the photograph and not the statue. What really killed him has been at the Inner Sanctum all this time, and its lethality has already been demonstrated by the late Acolyte Zalot. That's right, it was the Warbard statue. Oh, get fucked, Nayusa. Yeah! KO. Perfect. You believe that statue claimed both victims' lives? Would you care to chime in, Abba in me?
No, he lies. Babe no heed.
Why, it's the wife. Lady in me. Darling, don't you think this has gone on long enough?
Believe, no. Your Majesty, my wife knows nothing.
Please, Abba in me. Let your wife speak.
Ooh, ooh.
Now, Lady Envy, please continue, if you would. It's that time again. And what time would that be? 2:30 in the afternoon. The time my husband conducts his daily prayers. And the time Pare was slain. Daka don 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 don. That sound, it's the Steel Samurai alarm. I too like to pray at the same time as my dear husband. So I set an alarm to remind me each day, but I had no idea it would come to this. Dun 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 dun.
No, stop. She knows not what she speaks.
Your Majesty, I am the one who slew acolytes a lot.
Haven't in me. Bailiff, summon a physician at once.
We need to suck that ghost out of Maya.
The physician is now attending the high priest. There is no need to fear. Now, let us continue.
What about the half of him called Maya that's still among the living? Mrs. Inme, will you tell us everything you know? The truth is, I am a rebel just like my husband. This tragedy unfolded before the rite during the Feast of Blessings. I had gone to the rebel hideout to prepare it for Datz's escape. And that's when Acolyte Zalot suddenly appeared. Yes. Perret was shocked when he saw me there.
Acolyte Zalot did not know you were a rebel.
I do not believe he did. I believe he was there simply to investigate the hideout. And then he suddenly came face to face with Mrs. Inme. So the true identity of the rebel-hunting Lady Kira was Perret Zalot. Yes. He was a member of the secret police serving directly under the Minister of Justice. Oh, damn! Secret police? And this is what he said to me. I can kill rebels with impunity. The Justice Minister has my back. He was using his position within the secret police to deal with us rebels, a heavy blow. But murder sanctioned by the Crown is still murder.
Ha! Even without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered.
What's that supposed to mean?
Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve, so I'd watch it if I were you. Because you got a defiant attitude like one of them dragon dupes, you bozo.
The trick up Minister Ingo's sleeve was Lady Kira.
No, this can't be. My father would never.
He fucking would. Have you met him? You know, the thing is, I've actually seen a picture of the Justice Minister later on in this game, and he's kind of like on his back, and it's like he's inside of a little bunker with an airflow. This must be a bolt out of the blue for Ryther. This explains why Acolyte Zalot abandoned his real name. Yes. He even went as far as covering up the tattoo that all Karanis clergy members receive. Lady Kira was a member of the secret police? And explains why no order was given to investigate her attacks. I guess I'm not alone in hearing this for the first time.
But this cannot be.
Is this true? The Justice Minister is sanctioning state-sponsored murder.
Peace! Now, Lady Inme, please continue.
Perret suddenly lunged at me. That's when I pushed the stone slab towards him with all my might. But I never meant for what happened next to occur.
Allow me to take it from here.
Average Inme, are you sure you're all right now?
I'm sorry you had to see that, but you need not worry about me. I'm already dead.
Please, we need to know what was so important that you would take your own life.
After I learned that my wife had accidentally slain Zalot, I chilled his body with snow to make it seem as if he died more recently than he did. Then, I later moved it to the Plaza of Devotion and inserted the dagger into his wound. The plaza was empty at that time, for it was before prayer time had started. Finally, I placed his body in the prayer pose, knowing that no one would notice anything was wrong until the rite had concluded.
It is perfectly plausible that no one would disturb him if he seemed to be praying. We do treasure our prayer time, after all. So you admit you tried to pin this crime on Maya Fey?
Yeah, this was all my doing. I never told my wife of my plan, for surely she would have tried to stop me.
How did you get Miss Faye's fingerprints on the dagger?
I had to hold it while we were rehearsing the rite the day before. And right before the rite, I drugged her with a sleeping agent. Then I put Lady Kira's robes over the warbard statue.
That means Maya was probably already groggy by the time the rite started.
Finally, I ended my own life, to ensure that the crime would appear to have been by Acolyte Faye's own hand.
But when your body was discovered, Lady Kira's robes were on the ground. How did they end up there if they were on the statue?
After I impaled myself from one of the statue's dagger-like feathers, I used the last ounce of my strength to hurl my body backwards. As I did, I grabbed onto the ropes, taking them with me as I fell back onto the ground.
How terrible! What possessed you to do such a thing? You needn't have committed suicide simply to frame the accused.
Prosecutor Sadmari, as one well versed in our kingdom's legal system, I'd expect you of all people to understand.
Understand what? This kingdom's legal system, Mrs. Inme's crime, your suicide. It can't be. That would be sadder than sad. Why, I believe the defense knows of what the High Priest speaks. Yes, I finally understand. This explains why the High Priest took his own life. Okay.
Take that!
The Defense Culpability Act. Circumstantial evidence supports Mrs. Inme's killing of Acolyte Zalot in self-defense. However, it would be next to impossible to prove it without a lawyer. That's why the High Priest wanted to pin the crime on Maya Fey. I fail to see what that has to do with his suicide. In Kurain, the divination seance is the most important piece of trial evidence. The High Priest wanted to frame Miss Fey as a serial killer. It was a clever plan in which he made sure he'd see Lady Kira in his final moments.
The lawyer speaks true. That's why I placed Lady Kira's robes upon the warbard statue. I made it seem that Acolyte Faye was the rebel hunting Lady Kira.
But, are you saying you used my divination seance to produce false evidence?
Forgive me your benevolence, but it was the only way to help my lovely wife.
If you had approached me first, I could have proved the murder was in self-defense.
Perhaps, but I had little faith in lawyers despite being a rebel.
How utterly foolish to cast away one's life for such a reason. There must have been other ways to cover up the crime.
Yet had I done so, my wife would rush to my defence, and when the case went to trial, she would suffer the same fate as I under the Defence Culpability Act.
This is the beginning of the redemption arc. I mean, let's just leave her broken for a little longer. It'll be funny.
I could not have lived with myself if she'd been convicted because of that fiendish man.
This can't be. All I've done under the laws of our kingdom, it's all been... Poor Rifa. She's really taking this hard. But I can't say I'm surprised.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, it's time to show the might of your legal prowess. You mustn't allow another innocent soul to be charged under that despicable law.
Of course. I'll do whatever I can.
What I have done to you and Acolyte Faye is unforgivable. I can only offer my most humble of apologies. Your Majesty.
Yes?
I ask that you please look after my wife.
You have my word. Did the judge just gain, like, a side chick? Damn! Bro's got Riz. The Riz is stored in the beard. That's why the judge's beard is so big. That's where he stores the Riz.
Your benevolence, it's time that I return to the Twilight Realm. The maggots hour are passing, if you please.
Very well. Your benevolence. Please, allow me the honour. The judge is probably married and the wife probably doesn't see it like that. Not yet. I smell a sitcom! Yes, it would be more fitting for you to send him on his way. Mrs. Inme. Darling, I'm so glad I was able to see you one last time. Thank you for everything.
I'm sorry to leave you like this, my love.
But now you can watch over me from the world beyond.
Yeah, always and forever.
And with every breath I take, my darling, I'll be thinking of you. Rock, 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 get parted, rock, 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 get parted, get parted. Oh, he didn't have no peanuts. He didn't have no peanuts. Oh, she's sad. Farewell, my darling Terrast. The High Priest has returned to the Twilight Realm. Maya? I feel great. I guess that means you didn't leave any regrets behind. Oh! Well, what about the trial, Nick? It's over. It was a sad reality born of love and a great tragedy born of the Defence Culpability Act. Well, I see no need to continue this trial. Does the prosecution have anything to say? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I owe a debt to you, one that I will pay back in court someday. Now, to deliver today's verdict and overturn that of yesterday's trial, with respect to all current and previous charges against them, I hereby declare the accused, Maya Fane, her defense Phoenix Wright. Hell yeah! Do you think the pool is made out of Gumshoe's piss? Because, like, Gumshoe's the one who always throws the confetti, but it's coming out of the water. I think it's Gumshoe juice in there. I think the butterflies are, like... Yeah. Okay. Gumshoe is Lady Kira. Imagine. I mean, to be fair, like, he's got the strength, hasn't he? You think it's Holy Mother piss? Do you no, it's Holy Mother bathwater. It's Holy Mother bathwater. Holy Mother is an e-girl. So I was thinking, Nick, the legal system here is really stacked against the defense. It's totally unfair. Yeah, it even forced the High Priest to make the ultimate sacrifice just to protect his wife. It's just so sad. Protect the status quo during the revolution. If the real Lady Kira were here, I wonder which side she would take. He brawled with Furio Tigre and with a whole mob squad? Yeah, he's got the strength. Now, the real question is, who would win? Gumshoe or the wrestling mayor from 5-2? Was it 5-2? I can't think what he was called. The guy, you remember the wrestler, the one who pretended to be a crow demon? What was his wrestler name again? I forget. But like, who would win in the ring? Your benevolence. Huh? What? I was just wondering, you alright? Quiet you, how could I possibly be alright? Yeah, she's not doing well at all. Who do you think you are, suddenly appearing before me? The Nine-Tailed Fox, that's the one. Trampling my insects underfoot and plunging the whole of justice into utter chaos. You even desecrated my mother and father's teachings, you soulless infidel. Oh, that was a bit more extreme than usual. What am I to do? I had always believed that communing with the victims of Mitama would lead me to the absolute truth. But each time you overturned my insights, it was revealed that they served to support false charges rather than the truth. I'm left now with that heavy truth in my heart. I'm sorry, Rifer. I'm not. Phoenix might be, but I'm fucking not. But perhaps I'm not worthy of hearing the voice of the Mitama. Who's this? That's where you're wrong, your benevolence. Is this Maya? Mika... Wait. Mika... I was going to say, like, our Mika is also a wrestler. Like, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, hang on, Mika's not Hagar's daughter or some shit, is she? But no, where did you run, Hagar?
Someone filled the townspool with fish heads.
Ha! It was I, Sarcasm Stealth Squad. Ha! What? Oh, it's Maya. Maya? How dare you? Your role is to bring forth the voices of the Mitama into our world. If you don't do it, who will? You know nothing, Maya Fey. It was spirit channeling, not a divination seance that brought the truth to light. How dare an outsider like you employ the Queen's secret art? But what can I do? My spiritual power does not even approach yours. Is it not a cruel joke? The royal priestess bested by a lowly outsider. Don't be so hard on yourself. Why not? It is worth at least a laugh or two. You shouldn't talk like that. Huh? Listen, your benevolence. You were just fulfilling your duty, weren't you? And you're the only one capable of performing the divination seance, right? The station of Royal Priestess is not something to abandon lightly. The station of Royal Priestess. The people of your kingdom believe in you, but if you really mean all that you just said, then what are they supposed to believe in? You know not of what you speak. Abduct the priestess, trainer in the worldly arts? No, I've got a better idea. Have you ever heard of strogification? So first off, we remove the legs, right? First off, we remove the legs. Then, we staple new legs onto where the legs were. Then, we staple metal onto the chest. We replace the arms with cybernetics. Has it broken again? What? That was working earlier in the stream. Hold on. Are you fucking kidding me? Why does tits keep breaking? Ah! You know, it's just not working at all. It's dead. The strong are protecting me. Strongification is made with no painkillers. That's right. It's just adrenaline straight into the heart. Actually, I kind of do. After all, I'm only here training so I can become the master of my village back home. A village master, you say? I did not know. It seems I owe you an apology. Do we get to eat the legs? I mean, sure. You know, for the right price, I guess. For even today, I called you a neophyte practitioner. It's alright, your benevolence. Thank you for finally acknowledging me. A future queen and a future village master. I guess it shouldn't be a surprise, considering they may have had a common ancestor. Maya's right, your benevolence. Barbed head? Your insights were a crucial piece of evidence in this last trial. It doesn't matter if they weren't always 100% accurate. You should be proud of what you did. You've played an important role in ensuring that justice was served. And besides, your insights aren't the problem here. It's your kingdom's legal system. Without lawyers, your insights have come to be accepted as the sole truth, and the Defence Culpability Act which gave rise to that is the root of it all. But that is the dangerous thinking of a rebel. Your benevolence? As Crown Princess, you're destined to rule this kingdom one day. That means there'll be many things that you alone must determine. They're used for Stroyant? Protein shakes. Things like how to keep people happy, and what is true and what's false, and most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I'm even up to the task. Oh, you, benevolence. You're more than capable. I've never heard Maya talk like this before. She's really come a long way. Huh? What was that?
Came from Tallway. Smart, we better go check it out. Hurry.
Mrs. Inmate? Mr. Wright, Acolyte Faye, I'm so sorry for what transpired. You were almost sentenced to death because of me. I will make amends by picking up where my husband left off. I will see the revolution through, so nothing like this can ever happen again. For that is the depth of my love for my dearly departed husband. Lady, hit me! We got sorry. That voice, is that Mr. Arabelle? I must tell the people, they must learn that the peace we enjoy is a false one. One built on the backs of innocents charged with false crimes under that odious DC Act. For the revolution, yes! The revolution will be televised. Yippee! We have it in our power to forge a society in which the law judges all of us fairly. Here there, PW! I wish we had more time to talk, but... Dirk, everything's ready. It's go time. Dirk! Oh, damn! Wait, was that the rebel leader, Dirk? After him! Don't let him get away! The power to forge a society in which the law judges all of us fairly. It's the start of a legal revolution. Hey, Nick! Are we the CIA? Yeah, we're overthrowing a country. I think we're the CIA. Hate to bother you while you're lost in thought. Well, I just got this great idea. What is it? The Steel Samurai versus the Rebel Dirk. Better make for another awesome TV show. And if we threw the Plume Punisher in there, everyone would go nuts for it. You'll never get what she sees in those shows. But it's good to know that no matter what happens, Maya will always be Maya. Edgy mandated me to overthrow the Queen. Hey, nice. Okay. Right, let's pull over here. That case was pretty cool. Like, it was a bit weird in places, but like overall I thought that was pretty damn good. So, let's just close off the game here. Next week, it's time for the Clussy featuring Blackquill plush. Yeah, I can't wait to bust Blackquill back out. Excellent, my boy. My boy. So, good grief. I'm just looking to see if there's anyone I can kind of like redirect you guys to. Oh, what's this? Okay, yeah. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that was a fun case. So, as before, we're finishing Dead Space 2 tomorrow. Okay, so Dead Space 2 is at 5 PM UK time, so an hour earlier than normal. But I want to go through the rest of the game, which does mean we have to do the Noonlight Diagnostic Machine tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to that one little bit because that thing is an asshole. Like, fuck that machine. I hate that bit. It's the only bit of Dead Space 2 I can like really remember well, but I remember that it's a dickhead. But other than that, the next week coming, on Monday we're going back to Super Metroid Z Factor. Z Factor was unusually popular. My VOD for Z Factor has hit 203 views. Like, I don't get why. You know, apparently Metroid Construction just says, oh, Z Factor's just really popular. And I'm like, well, you know what, fair enough, I'm not going to question that. But yeah, we got Z Factor Part 2 on Monday. On Tuesday we're playing The Floor Above, which is kind of like an Anomaly game, but with jump scares. Looks pretty good, it's a demo of that game. Wednesday we've got The Real Face of a VTuber, demo again. The title for this stream, right, let me just post this into chat because it's kind of funny. Google Docky! The premise of that game is you're a prosecutor and a VTuber corporation CEO has been murdered and you've got to work out which of their talents did it. So it's like, oh yeah, Google Docky. On Thursday we're going to finish off Fatal Frame 2. Friday, more Spirit of Justice, and then on Saturday we're going to play Power Wash Simulator 2. So yeah, looks like it should be a good week, but in the meantime, I am going to go and rest up and chill in my life for a bit. Is there anyone? Yeah. I don't know exactly what the fuck she's doing right now. I don't even know if I quite want to know. But Echo is streaming, so I'm going to drop a link to her stream in both chats. Just in case you guys fancy popping off and watching something else. Huh? What? Error? Try again? What the fuck do you mean? There we go. Okay, it worked that time. Yeah, so if you fancy a stream to pop into, there's a link to one. It's Echo Mori is drinking right now. I don't think it's going to be a particularly hinged stream if you choose to go over there, but you know, fill your boots right, guys. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. for Dead Space 2. In the meantime, have a good day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Make sure you take lots of care of yourselves, and if I don't see you before, have a good one, alright? I'll see you soon. Hee hee.